Rich views, rich perspectives, rich mentality. We got my boy Drisker up in here, man.
Man, we got a Richmond icon up in here, man.
You
From the
feel me?
shoes to the kicks. We got books.
Exclusive shoes.
Exclusive, baby. You know what it is, man. The big Drisker up in this thing.
Man.
It's been a while, baby, but yeah, it's good to see you, bro.
Definition of a tycoon.
You dig? A straight hustler.
Entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur. He got the kicks if you need it.
The game guy.
Yes, sir.
We just got the game guide, so we're not gonna be able to go through the chapters this show. But when
It's
you
a
come
part
back,
two, baby. We'll get through them. We'll get through them and talk about that exclusively.
I'm gonna be a recurring guest.
Yes,
absolutely.
sir.
Now where can they pick the game guide up at though?
Hit me on the social media right now. I'm just on TikTok.
Oh, so you do got TikTok.
I got TikTok.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hit me up on TikTok at Exclusive Shoes, and I can mail you one, or I can get you one. You know, they're only $10 a piece. And
okay.
For sure.
It's definitely you're gonna get a few laughs out of it.
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's
TikTok,
what's up, man.
and then, TikTok is where it's at, guys.
I got a trivia game I made. It's called Martin the Trivia Game. So you know we all watch Martin.
Yeah.
So it's based on the TV show. So basically, you pull a card, it asks you a trivia question. If you answer it right, you get to keep the card. But if you pull a card and it's a character, you got to imitate the character.
That's on the show.
Right?
That was on the show.
So,
that's dope.
How much is that?
These are $10 too, but I brought one for both of y'all.
That's dope.
Yeah,
Let me get that. I
I
appreciate
brought
it,
one,
bro.
So you know you're drinking with your family and y'all want to have fun.
Yeah, that's dope.
Martin trivia game, yeah.
Then you got to turn into Shanae.
Yeah, Shanae, Jerome, all the characters.
Bruh, man, from the fifth floor.
All
now, do you get
For
to
sure.
do you get to pass on the card?
No, you can't pass if you don't.
Can't pass.
If you don't know the answer, the card just go back in the deck.
Got you.
Okay.
At the bottom. We'll do it again.
That's what's up.
Man, so long time, man. You know, you and I go back, man, to crossing paths when I first came home, and we was both on. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Very. I don't want to say controversial, but you know, at the time it was really up in Richmond, and I salute to my boy Doo-Wop for putting it together.
Shout out Doo-Wop.
Shout out Doo-Wop.
They was guests on the show.
Absolutely, man. How did you feel about that particular project being on there? Did you have any qualms about being on there, or you wasn't tripping? And where have you gone with your career and your direction you've been going in since then? I already see we got the book, we got the cards.
I think I just asked him, can I get on that?
Yeah. Oh, so you wanted to be on?
Yeah. I heard the original version of him by himself. You know, he remixed it. That was the remix.
Yeah.
But when I initially heard the first one, I thought that was a hard song. And then when I seen him doing the remix, I was like, hey man, can I get in the party? You know?
Is that right?
Took initiative.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Ain't too
man.
proud to beg. You know,
For sure. You can't be.
Oh yeah, nah, definitely
Especially if you know the
one of
guys.
the dopest verses on there, man.
For sure, I appreciate it.
You got that. You have like just a big personality, bro, with all the sauce, all the flavor, all the swag.
Yeah, man.
And has it always been like that for you?
Hell nah. Hell nah, man. You know, I just came into that character. You know, I just became that person. You know, as of recent or at that time in my life. You know, that was what I was at that time. You know, that's how I felt at that moment. You know, yeah, I wasn't always. That wasn't always my character.
Growing up in the what part of Richmond you come up in? What was it like?
Southside Richmond, 15th in Ohio. Went to Kennedy.
Shout out to Kennedy Eagles.
Yeah, for sure. Kennedy Eagles. I'm an Eagle. I'm a second, third generation Eagle. My mama went to Kennedy. My daddy went to Kennedy. My aunties. And so I can't lie. You know, Richmond has a reputation for being dangerous or whatnot, but I had a pretty good childhood. I had a pretty good upbringing here. You know, I did, you know, you do run into the challenges of being in an underserved community. You do run into the potholes and the traps that you're going to run into. But for the most part, I was not a follower.
Got you.
So I was comfortable with myself, with being just a goofy nigga, a
Yeah.
jokester, you know? And maybe looking back on it, maybe that was my way of staying out of that, you know?
So that was my next question. So
Yeah.
it sounds like you was able to avoid all the gang wars, all the clicking up turf wars, whatever you want to call it. I know we have a problem with the gang mentality and all that in the Bay. We don't gang bang, but we gang bang. We set trip and we turf war.
Yeah.
No question.
Yeah, I was able to avoid that, man. I wasn't a follower. At no point, you know, I went to school with all these guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody that's somebody in the city, I'm one person away, or I didn't grew up with them, but I just never felt the need to. I want to hang out with y'all so bad that I'm now angry at who y'all angry at.
Exactly.
Got you.
You know, I was an athlete.
That's
a little bit.
interesting.
Yeah.
My
very.
brother played football. I played football, so I kind of played sports a little bit. But yeah, man, I wasn't a follower. I had a little sense.
That's what's up. So tell me this, even as you start hustling and stuff, because so my experience coming up in the rich is that the leopards, the tigers, the long, like if you ain't part of the wolf pack, you ain't part of the lion pride, you on the menu.
For sure.
No question.
And so cats start looking at you. So as you start coming up and being successful, how do you deal with that?
Shit, man, that's a great question because it does come. Like once you start hustling and getting a little bit of something,
Yeah.
and then and people taking notice that you are making some money, you will be on the menu.
The target, for sure.
And if you're not affiliated with nobody or you're not known for that, then they feel like whatever they do to you won't be no consequences or no repercussions behind it because you don't run with a bunch of niggas.
Exactly.
So, a couple times, man, you know, a couple times I ran into situations where, you know, I either had to take a L or take a loss. And then there's been a couple times where I kind of had to nut up.
Stand your ground.
I had to nut up. You know what I'm saying? I had somebody tell me, hey, man, they had heard about an incident I got into. And then found out what had happened and how I handled it. And I was like, I guess a cat will, what they say, I guess a cat will scratch if you back him up into a corner. Huh?
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, I've had incidents where people come to my shoe store and rob the shoe store. Like, I wouldn't be there. I have employees there.
Yeah.
And they'll come and send the employee to the back and walk out with a bunch of shit. And then I would look at the camera and figure out who it was. And now me and this dude is going back and forth, and now we really funking behind some shit he did to me, you know? And at that point, you know, it could go left. It could go any way, you know? And I had to deal with that. That situation definitely came, you know, and I had to stand.
Okay. With that right there, what was your inspiration to start the shoe game, the shoe store? I know you probably was in the kicks because we all in the kicks. We all like shoes. But what popped the light on in your head? Let me start this shoe store.
I'm going to be honest with you, Bird. I ain't even no shoe head like that. Like,
okay.
Like when I first opened a shoe store, I couldn't tell you the difference between a Jordan 1 or a Jordan 11.
Got you.
I didn't know the difference between a 3 or a 6 or an 8. I didn't know shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I opened a store, I didn't have no business acumen. I didn't have no knowledge of what I was selling. I couldn't tell you real from fake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So many things stacked up against me as to why this shouldn't work. And I just basically just grit and grinded it out and learned as I went. You know, and had enough hustle to just keep it going until I really understood what I was doing. And then eventually I started making money, you know?
So what stopped you from quitting? Because a lot of the times when you're talking about people coming up against these hurdles and roadblocks that can also cause frustration and cause you to doubt yourself, how did you stick to the grind and overcome? Like you say, you just learned as you went.
So I'll tell you one thing that had a big effect. If you read this book, I had an ice cream truck, and it was like Big Worm's ice cream truck.
Yeah,
Got
yeah.
you.
And,
Friday, big one.
Yeah.
So I was riding around sweating kids for dollars at some point. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of took off, right? And I got to the point where I would start doing birthday parties, and people wanted me to bring the truck, pass out ice cream, and then I started renting chairs and tables and jumpers. So eventually, I started doing catering and event rentals and bringing my ice cream truck. And then eventually, I partnered with the owner of Kinder's. And he was like, hey, why don't you come into these refineries with me? When they order catering, you can come in with me and serve ice cream. And it was a good opportunity, and the business was going good, and there was a lot of upside. But I was hustling in the street, and I was getting so much street fast money that little couple $100 here and there wasn't appealing as these thousands I'm getting. Yeah. So I let the business just kind of go by the waist just to get the quick money. And then as soon as I gave the business up and just chased the street money dried up, and I was broke. And I was like, damn, I should have kept my little business.
Could have kept the business with the refineries.
And I felt stupid. Like, damn, you ain't got nothing going on right now. You know, you could have went and got you a couple $100 off this truck. And I was like, I'll never do that again.
Yeah.
I never forsake a real business, a legitimate income that's coming in, even if it ain't as much as I would like. It's a couple $100 that I could use and then keep me on my head afloat.
Yeah.
You know, I'll never take that for granted again. Yeah. So when I got in my shoe store and shit got hard, I always remember don't shake quit this shoe store, because you're gonna be hot when you don't got it. You know what I'm saying? And
stick to the grind.
Yeah. So that was one thing that stuck with me as to why to keep going. As hard
and
as
that's one thing about, because I work in the refineries, and it's one thing for sure and two things for certain. Them trucks that come up in there get a lot of money because they up in there Sunday to Sunday. And like you say, that little $200-$300, that's a quick 21.
Come on.
Every week.
Come on.
Every week. And it'd be multi, it might be a sandwich truck.
Yep.
Like you say, ice cream.
Yep.
And a burrito truck. Then they got a truck down away that sell it all, hamburgers, whatever you want. And they all collectively getting that paper.
Yep. Yeah. So that was my goal. Was hey man, don't get this shit up, because you know how this shit felt when you ain't have it.
How long you been in the shoe business? When did you actually first start?
We opened in 2015, and we went all the way to like 2025.
Good little run.
Yeah,
and you're about to open a store in Sac.
So I'm thinking about opening one in Sac right now. I found a new building, and the only thing stopping me right now is just how bad the economy is. And it's not the same sneaker market as it was in 2015. It's a totally different market.
And you get to you checked all that as far as where you at now, because you talked about early on you didn't really have the business since the business.
Yeah, no. So,
but now you know how to.
Now inside, I know exactly what
doing
I'm doing.
The research.
I know what it would look like. I understand what my margins are. I understand
what the market is.
Yeah, what the market is. What's the most amount of rent I can pay. I understand how to negotiate leases. So it's a little different when you got that experience.
Got you.
Yeah, you already been through it, so now you crossing all your T's and dotting the I's before we moving forward.
And I got such a cold criminal history that I almost gotta work for myself.
Yeah.
Like I got like, I don't got no violence, but all my criminal record is theft, petty theft, grand theft, fraud, identity theft.
Yeah.
And that shit is
ain't
hard.
going away.
Yeah, and it ain't like I'd rather be a drug dealer or a murderer on paper, because when you dealing with
companies don't like the white collar.
The trust and the trust factor,
theft, fraud. Yeah, you dealing with that money.
You can't,
identity theft.
Yeah.
Nah, they ain't with that.
Yeah, you can't go do shit with that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Shut you down quick.
I almost gotta work for
I
myself.
hope the young people know that listening to you.
Of course, he's giving a major game.
Yeah.
About the business in the corporate field.
That's a quick go-to, bouncing checks, running checks, identity
swiping.
Yeah.
They doing that a lot nowadays.
But it's gonna make it hard on you. You can't get certain licenses. You know what I'm saying? You can't go. It's all type of shit you can't get with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's interesting.
For sure. That can game me up on it.
When did you start rapping, bro? When did you start rapping? Who were some of your inspirations?
I was rapping since high school, Didn't take it serious. Didn't really take it serious until I started hustling, and I felt like, okay, I got a story to tell, or I got
You got some content.
some content. I got a view that people need to see.
Yeah.
And I'm not a gangster rapper, but I'm a hustle. You know what I'm saying? And when Rick Ross came out with Hustling, he inspired me. You know what I'm saying? Look at this big nigga hustling. He ain't worried about his weight. This nigga, you know what I'm saying?
Just
This
got
nigga
them
fat,
bars.
got some money, and this is what he doing. So that shit, Rick Ross was a big motivator for me.
Yeah.
Who else is somebody I looked up to rapping? Man, I liked it.
Never Big?
I like Big, but I was a Pac fan.
Okay.
Pac fan.
I was a
It's
huge
understandable.
Pac fan, man.
That's
I'm still a
yeah.
big Pac fan.
Oh yeah, no question. It's like I follow this Tupac page, right? And it's like, bro, now that you can really just think about the stuff that he was saying
In his
at
20s.
that age,
teens.
bro, he did so much. By the time he turned age 25, it's hard to really put somebody on his level with his resume. Just think about that.
Here's what makes Pac so powerful for me, right?
Yeah.
Because, he was the first gangster rapper who wasn't afraid to be open and honest. And
The vulnerability.
The vulnerable. You can see Pac's vulnerable side. And, Pac went to perform in our school. He has a decent education. And people felt like because he grew up like that, he was never really that. And that's not
But
the
still
case.
the child of Black Panther.
Yeah, so he could be socially aware, socially conscious, and be a gangster at the same time. It's, my favorite show right now is The Chi.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the reason
Great
why I like
show.
Shout
The
out
Chi-
to the Chi.
Yeah,
Just
shout out to
concluded
The Chi.
season
Great
ending.
show.
Yep.
They got what, about 9 seasons?
8
Eight
seasons.
seasons.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, that's a nice show right there.
And why I love it is because it's beautifully written and it's beautifully acted. The actors are great actresses and actresses. But it shows you the different dynamics of black
Right, even with Reg.
even with Reg.
Yeah.
So
He had a hard
you
time.
got to think about it. Tiff got a body. Emmett went to go try to kill Nook. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But these are genuine nice people growing up, and they get caught up in Chicago and the day-to-day shit that Chicago bring.
Yeah.
And they got to step outside their body. But that's not who they are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
And I feel like Shy did a great job of showing the community of all shades and of what we go through and who we are. You may have killed somebody in your 20s, but that's not who you are today.
Exactly.
Same with you, brother. You done went and did umpteen amount of years, but now you're going into juvie and you're talking to kids, and your perspective and your insight is priceless. To talk to some of these kids
On a
that
whole nother level.
Man, you talking to them from a different level. You done been everywhere they done been. You done done everything that they think they're gonna do. But then you articulate enough and you emotionally intelligent enough to explain to them about their emotions and about to look deeper, right?
Yes,
And so if we was to go back and just portray you as the OJ Jonah, you know what I'm saying?
Would none of these doors be open?
Right. But now y'all doing podcasts, y'all writing books, y'all mentoring the youth, and you guys are well-rounded men. You know what I'm saying? Well-rounded men that's giving back to the community, and that's, who you guys are now. Right?
sir.
And I like that the Shy, the way it highlights how you could just be a hard-working man and get caught up into something, but that don't necessarily dictate or represent who you are.
No, and I think that I always tripped off, man, how he made it cool to have and I ain't saying it's other, like you think, I actually think that Cube was like the first one, and then Pac took what Cube was doing and took it to a whole nother level. Like,
Yes, sir.
Cube had the dead homies and all that stuff. And you think about how people say, when you think about back now, everything is
Yeah.
on the dead homies.
On the dead
but
homies.
back in the days, like maybe a little before your time, it was something for us to hear up early in the morning, dressed in black. Don't ask why, but I'm down in a suit and tie. They killed
Yeah.
the homie that I went to school with. Damn, I tell you, life ain't to fool with. And then, but Pac took it to a whole nother level, stuff that you couldn't say.
Yep.
He was saying
Dear,
it.
dear sister got me twisted up in prison, I miss you. crying looking at my nieces and my nephews. What prison dude is finna say he in
Right.
prison crying?
Right.
I ain't gonna say it.
And I
He
hate
not finna say
I ain't
it.
gonna say it.
And I hate the people who take that vulnerability and use that as a chink on his armor.
Oh,
You
man,
You know what I'm
can't.
come
saying?
on, man.
A whole
it's
different
people,
level,
it's
bro.
people that say that. You know, it's pop
Of
bashers
course,
that
of
say
course.
that,
Oh
but-
yeah,
Of course.
absolutely.
See it all the time.
And guess what though? They know it ain't no different from they the same level as these dudes who go kick over somebody's tombstone. You wouldn't have did that to dude while he was alive.
At all.
You wouldn't have nothing to say to Pac if he was alive.
At all. Because you know he coming.
Exactly.
He coming.
So yeah, I'm a big Pac fan.
Me too.
I was definitely I liked how he carried himself. I like Nas, you know. Yeah, man. So that's what inspired me.
Absolutely.
what's up.
So when do you stop? Just it's no longer a hobby. You hustling now. You got a story to tell. When do you get in the booth? When do you start
put it down.
putting it down?
High school, jumping in the studio with my partners and coming through Ouija's and then I was dropping shit. I put out an album called Opposite of a Gangster.
Okay,
And
is that right?
Yeah, man, Google it if you can.
Okay.
You're
Yeah.
gonna get a good laugh too. It's me on the cover with a teddy bear. Yeah. And,
Opposite of the Gangster?
Opposite of the Gang. This is still
Okay.
when we was
Is it on what?
It's on
me-
iTunes or all the Shopify.
Spotify.
Yeah.
What
it's
about
on,
YouTube?
It's on YouTube.
It's on
Okay.
YouTube.
Opposite of a Gangster, Jason Drisker.
Okay.
Got
And
you.
that was like my first album I really put out.
How many songs?
About 12, 13.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Complete.
yeah, complete album. And then I started finding artists. Like I found Raven Justice. I don't know if y'all heard of him. He's a little singer from Oakland.
Okay.
But I found Raven Justice. That was some of his first songs that he was on my album. And
What is the theme of it? Is it big player?
No, honestly, it was just I didn't have a theme. I just kind
Well, it
of
sound like Opposite of a Gangster is the
Reality rap. So to speak.
but the songs I compiled didn't reflect the album name. You know?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But what
Was that a title track or just the title of the
Just the
album?
Title of the album.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm telling you, you're gonna get a good laugh when you see the
Okay.
album cover.
You know, I'm pulling it up.
But that was right before the streaming took off.
Okay.
Okay.
So I was still printing and pressing.
What year is it?
Man, I want to say that's a good question. 08.
Okay.
And I printed and pressed about 5,000-6,000 copies. You know what I'm saying? And sold
moved them?
And moved them.
Yeah.
That's ghetto gold.
Yeah.
Hand in hand.
Hell
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
For sure.
I used to get on the BART, took 30 CDs in my pocket and just go up and down the BART. Hey, how you doing? This is my album. And I was cold with it. I'd tell an old lady this gospel. I'd tell a nigga this reggae. You know what I'm saying? I was
Dumping
cold with
it.
it. I got to make my quota at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
But doing that, I got a lot of those albums out.
This boy say, I'll tell an old lady this is a gospel album.
Yeah. I
See
did that.
anybody be like, this is reggae charm. whatever it calls.
And so I did that, and to this day, that was probably my most successful album.
Yeah.
Because it was hand to hand.
Hand to hand. Because
as far as
getting it out,
lucrative.
distributing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because other than that, after that, I've had bigger albums, bigger features with bigger budgets, but it didn't go
Didn't
nowhere.
make that money.
Yeah, it
It
didn't
wasn't
make the
hand to
impact.
hand. You wasn't on the bar.
It didn't have the same impact. So yeah, I did that, but I think I was I'm an entertainer, more-
Absolutely.
not just a rapper. I could rap, but I could act. I can I could do a little comedy. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I'm an entertainer, and that was just a part of me figuring out myself and figuring out what I'm good at and who I am.
For sure.
Absolutely, man. So, even though you said you made the most money off the first one because it was hand to hand, you still was printing and pressing. It wasn't the streaming and all. We don't even got to get into how streaming just really just
Took over everything.
Yeah, but really dealt a blow to
A
the
big
to the
blow
indi-
to the
big
industry.
blow to the independent
I
artists.
was on a live the other day on TikTok, and you can tell that they kids and they don't know no better. But I say, man, streaming and took over the everyday artists that not screaming, they losing big. No, they ain't. No, they ain't. Look at that NBA young boy. Yeah, okay, I understand all that. I can't knock what NBA
They're not
doing.
looking at the business side.
I'm talking about look at the business side though.
Right.
You feel me? And they wasn't hearing that, so I signed off because I know it's putting a dent in hip hop.
Oh, no,
period.
absolutely.
And you're not even
like
getting paid
one
on
penny
streaming.
per stream,
Yeah.
less
Yeah.
than 1 penny per
Yeah,
stream.
if that. I remember
When somebody had to go to Jones and Harris and buy your album for
Exactly.
$14,
That was different.
to play at one time.
that's what I said. I said, man, we used to have to go in the stores, and when you went to go in the store to purchase the album, and you going $5 million, you was really somebody.
Yeah.
It ain't like just pushing a button and doing whatever you're doing right now to stream. Of course, that's different, but going in there to get it, so you guys probably wouldn't even be able to go in there and get it.
No, I'm gonna tell you, when we dropped our first single at Jones and Harris, man, them mugs was going like hotcakes.
Yeah.
And it was big to just be running. And at that time, Jones and Harris was the only store that'll rock with us. Mm-hmm. Only distribution we had was out the trunk and Jones and Harris.
Yeah.
That was the best time.
That was a staple.
That was the best time to do it.
Yep, that was shit. Yeah, that was a staple in town, for sure. I can't really think about no other place than Jones and Harris really pushing tapes and shit like that.
You had Rasmutins in Berkeley.
Yeah,
In Berkeley,
Rasputin's,
in Berkeley, of course, it was some elsewhere in the Bay, but for Richmond, that was him.
Yeah, I remember all them Tower Records, Leopold's.
Yeah.
Leopold's. Well, you remember Leopold's?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What was the other one in the mall? I can't think of it. It was one in the mall.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah. So what I was gonna ask you is this: as far as numbers wise, what was your most successful project that you put out?
Opposite of a gangster.
Yeah? You saying you sold more units than you did on stream?
And it was more culturally impactful. Like I was in jail one time and a nigga was like, hey, ain't this big bro with the teddy bear on his arm? hey, remember that CD on my counter in my mama's house on the counter? That's him.
Yeah.
I done had people say shit like that. You know what I'm
Is
saying?
that right? Mm-hmm. That's what's up, man.
Yeah. Classic.
When did you start falling back? Was it just the shoes? I know you had other investments. You started buying properties. What made you back off from the music?
Honestly, man, I got this glitch, right? And my glitch is I can hear music. I can hear like I write music. I could lightweight make beats, and I can hear shit, right? But I don't have the resources to put it together. Like sometimes I had songs where I needed a choir. And I didn't have access to a choir.
Yeah.
There was some times where I heard
Your ideas
were bigger than my resources.
Bigger than your resources.
Right?
Gotcha.
So that was one thing that really irked the shit out of me is I know I had music that could be 10 times better, but I
you
didn't
ain't got
have
the resources.
the resources to really put my ideas on wax.
I don't think I've ever heard that before.
Nah,
That was irritating to me. That bothered me really bad. And then the second thing was I would work, kind of hard on my music and really, really work hard on it, and then I didn't feel like I was getting the just due. I didn't get the recognition I wanted. I didn't get the attention I wanted, and that was irritating. But and in the hindsight, when I look back on it, I was like, you wasn't as good as you thought. You know what I'm saying? But at the time, I'm in this shit.
I'm the rawest.
Nigga, you ain't heard this shit, nigga. I really did this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Especially
I just
with the
said I did
competition
this.
out there.
Look, you know
I'm
what I'm
the
saying?
rawest.
And then you got, and then here's another thing. I was the first ones doing scam rap. Like, so now scam rap was a thing, a hip hop genre.
Yeah.
But I was the first ones of the first scammers to be rapping about scamming. And I was so new at it that when I put my little songs about scamming out, people would scare me. Like, boy, you better not put that out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
the feds got to hear that.
You know what I'm saying? Like I swear to God, I had a couple times where I had some good records.
You dropped some lugs on. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but I'm talking about. I got a song called Reader Writer, right? And I'm talking about. I done went so in depth into the song where you could hear the embosser in the background, and you can hear the beep when you swipe the card, and I was like. I was scam rap before these youngsters start doing scam rap.
Yeah.
But I was discouraged from doing it because number one, people was like, "Hey, you kind of snitching on yourself," and "Hey, man, you know, you telling on yourself." You know what I'm saying? So I
And
kind
see,
of,
that's the difference. You living it,
You living it.
they not.
They not.
you know what I'm saying? So that was a frustrating thing. And then, but in hindsight, looking back on it, damn, if I'd have just kept going. If I just kept going, release my music, fuck what they talking about, just do what I'm doing, I would have been in that first generation of scam rappers, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But
You definitely would, and they be talking about you.
No.
hey, so you know, and then like I say, not having the resources to do the music I really wanted to do or I could hear is you know, that's horrible, man. To hear the song, but you can't do it.
Yeah. Bad
Yeah.
business.
So,
What's
do you
next
think,
for
do you
Drisker?
think you'll ever get back in the booth?
Yeah, I'll do it for fun, you know. I get in there and rap, you know, but it's not a passion. It's not a
Gotcha.
passion, you know. I'm
It's not a passion. It's just there. Something to do.
I like acting. I done wrote a couple movies.
Yeah, you was telling me that.
I got 3 movies I wrote, right? I'm gonna give you one. One is called I'm gonna give you 2. One is called Chasing the Devil, and it's about a family man who like a mailman. He got a nice family, a house and a family, and one day he go to take his lunch and he orders some food and he drops his wallet at the food truck.
Yeah.
Somebody gets his wallet, steals his identity, and like runs his credit up, steals all his money, liquidate his retirement, right? So as a result of that, he ended up getting bad credit and losing his job and losing his house. Then his
everything.
wife and kids left him because he lost the house and he depressed about trying to recover his identity. He going to the police and the bank and saying, "Hey, this is fraud," but they not believing him and giving him a hard time. So the dude gets so messed up and you know, once his wife and kids leave, he's so distraught and angry, he start searching out fraudsters and killing them. So he's going around the city looking up people, finding people who do identifications or fake IDs, finding people who do and knocking them off, right? And then so these bodies are turning up all over the city, right? And the police can't figure out what's going on, but all these people who are dying have fraud and identity theft
In their background.
On their background. So the police think that it's a terror cell because they think that some terrorists then came into the country, got some fake IDs made, and then they killed off anybody that can identify them to cover their tracks. So the feds is chasing this guy around thinking it's a terrorist, imminent terrorist plot coming, but it's really a mailman who pissed off about his life.
Exactly.
Right? So the whole movie and the protagonist is this mailman going around killing people, not getting caught, and this detective trying to piece up the pieces to the puzzle of each murder, and then the detective and the feds kind of trying to fight to find the case and figure out what's going on. And the detective, it has a clue that, hey, it might be this mailman, but the feds think, no, this is a terrorist.
It's bigger than that.
It's a big international plot.
Right.
Right? So that movie is just about them, and he finally gets caught, and they figure it out it's just this mailman. Right?
Gotcha.
So that's one movie. It's called Chasing
dope.
the Devil. I got another movie.
That's dope.
Look, man, I got another
That shit
movie
right there, boy.
Listen, you're going to love this one. This movie's about 5 friends. They hustlers, like y'all. Y'all grew up together, right? And y'all grew up together in the hood, and y'all always been about y'all money, you know? You done had businesses, you know, you done had hustles. Some of y'all so dope. One of your other partners was pimping. But everybody was up, you know, on their toes about getting some money. And that's what made y'all tight, y'all little crew, right? And eventually y'all kind of get older and grow up, and y'all still kind of the same way. Y'all go every year. Y'all had this camping trip for Labor Day, and y'all every year y'all come to Labor Day camping trip. Y'all sit around a fire, reminisce, drink, smoke, chop it up, and one of y'all come up with an idea to say, "Hey man, you know, we need some real chicken. You know, my wife is having cancer surgery. I don't got the money. this dude daughter is trying to get into college and she don't got the tuition. You finna lose your house. So everybody got their own little individual situation where they really need some chicken, you know, and they trying to brainstorm around how they gonna get this money. And one of them come up with an idea of, hey, let's all get life insurance policies on each other, and we gonna pull straws, and whoever get the short of the straw got to kill themselves, and then make the others the beneficiary of the life insurance policy, right? And you know, it's a wild idea, but these niggas is such hustlers, you know, they agree to do it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not sure I like this movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, the reason why I wrote it is because it's some shit I would do. Right?
Yeah,
like I want some money so bad. I want you to have some money so bad. I'll die for you to have some money. You know, it's a weird way to look at it, but if you want some money so bad, let me finish the plot though.
Yeah.
But I wrote this from a personal perspective, right? So they pull straws to see who gonna kill themselves, right? And they end up pulling straws, and one of the dudes drew the short end of the straw. He was always a go-getter, a hustler. He ended up killing himself, making it look like an accident, and the other 5 friends end up getting the policy money, right? They end up getting the money. The shit go through, it work, right? They all get their money. And then they still go every year to this camping trip, and they be like, man, that nigga Joe was a savage, but he really did it. He really went through with it and killed himself for us to ball. So, you know, we all pull our hats around. We take care of his family. We take care of his kid. Everybody honor the agreement like the agreement is supposed to go. You know, if I end up losing, you give my portion to my family, and you look out for my kids, vice versa. So y'all all solid. These niggas is solid. So they all feel sad because they lost their brother, but they gonna keep their word about what they were supposed to do, right? So they do it. It go through, and you know they go to this yearly camping trip, and about 5-6 years later, you know, you didn't save your house, but your wife divorced you and took the house. Your wife, your daughter who wanted the tuition money, she graduated college, she off, but now you need some more money. So everybody kind of then ran through their money except for 2 of y'all.
Back to square one.
Back to square one, but 2 of y'all then saved their money and flipped it and got some more, right? So three of them ain't got it, 2 of them then kind of made good decisions with their money, and they got their money still. So now somebody come up with the idea, let's do it again. And they like, nah, we ain't doing it this time, nah. But after like a bunch of months of like heckling and talking to his partners, they convince each other to do it one more time, right? This time they do it again, and the nigga that draw the short end of the straw, he don't want to do it. He don't want to go through with it now, right? So now they looking at him like, nah, nigga, our other partner just had to live by the code we set. You gotta live, but that ain't fair to the nigga who killed himself. You know what I'm saying? That's fucked up. So you saying you just gonna let us kill ourselves, and you ain't
never go.
Yeah, you was never going intentionally doing it.
Exactly.
So now the friend dichotomy didn't change, where now they mad at this nigga for not going through with it. So now these niggas are trying to kill him. And now the movie is him running from all his friends, getting chased around the city because his friends are trying to kill him.
Get that money.
You know what I'm saying? For this policy. You know what I'm saying? So that's the movie on that one. I'm
that's
telling
nice.
you, man, I'm creative, you know what I'm saying? So I be writing movies and shit, and I want to get into short films, movies, and comedy. You know, rapping is cool.
That's
but it's
definitely different.
Yeah. That's a cold plot right there.
Yeah.
And I think we can do it, man. Rave is shooting independent films. You know what I'm saying?
For all y'all that's out there, just know he got this shit copyrighted. So
For sure.
don't try to steal his shit.
Don't steal my idea, man.
Because that's 2 of the damnedest I done heard.
Intellectual property, man.
Yeah, he got
Work with me, though.
copyrighted.
If you want to do the idea, come work with me.
Come
I'll
work
with
with
you.
him.
You know, I need help to bring it to fruition. So don't just steal it. Work with me.
Exactly.
Tyler
And don't
Perry, if you watching,
get up with Jason Drisker. He got movies that's rolled up, and you just heard these 2.
I tell
he
you
got
what,
a book, Game Guide.
If you
Talk
like
to
the
my
movie,
guy.
If you like the movie, I tell you everything in here is about 80% true, and you won't believe it. You know what I'm saying? I say the last 10% of the ending of this, I kind of start embellishing and making up shit.
Yeah.
But 80% of this is true, and you're gonna be like, hell no, absolutely not when you read this.
got you.
Gotcha.
Got you. Yeah, man, that's big, man. The whole we were going through that with really like the last three guests, man. Your boy ODB was talking about how rap just wasn't it for him.
He didn't have the passion for it no
Same
more.
thing with Sir V Wood. Just everybody seems like they all about doing a variety of things, and sort of like we just was talking about Pac. Pac had his hands in a whole bunch of stuff. More than just a rapper, doing the acting.
Absolutely.
And all that other stuff.
Yeah.
For example,
Big in movies.
with yourself, you are more than just a rapper. You a legendary fixture in Richmond's culture and Richmond hip hop community. You in the books for that, but you are way much more than just a
rapper.
a legendary OG rapper from the city. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even want that. I wouldn't even want that title for my brother. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
My brother is much more than that. You probably got acting skills. You probably got all type of creative stuff that you are. You know what I'm saying? Like with this podcast.
No, absolutely.
The same with your son. Your son is more than a rapper. You know what I'm
question.
saying? You can see it in him. There's much more there than just rapping. Rapping is just the gateway.
Yeah,
And it's just a way to
platform.
get the door open.
Launching
Kick the
pad.
door open.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like you say, launching pad.
No, it's a trip. I was thinking the other day when my homegirl was getting at me about who we didn't put in the top 5 rappers from Richmond, and I was thinking to myself, and I didn't want to just hit her with it, but like, which one of them dudes on that list would you want your son to be like? Because she got a young son.
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, and I'm gonna ask her that.
Yeah.
Because I think that sometimes, how I may not like you if all your movies pop, and now you this big tycoon, you this big director and all this other stuff. But I still love you if you was in front of Shaq's liquor store and you was asking for some change for
Exactly.
a Thunderbird.
For some Thunderbird.
Yeah. Because that's how it be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's old school.
Sometimes people just want to be able to say, "Oh man, that's
Look
my
at him.
boy, man."
Man,
Some people want to tell that story. Man, that's my boy, man. That's why I always give him a few dollars when he asks, man, because he's still the homie, even though he messed off and he homeless.
to make themselves look good at your expense. At your expense.
Staircasing.
Yeah.
And so you like the individual that you don't have to be jealous of. You don't like the inspirational individual.
No.
You like who you can still look down upon and
To make yourself bigger.
yeah.
That's
And
society.
that's sad. And that's the thing I think we didn't get into when a lot of the times when we talk about some of this, and people try to act like it ain't gatekeepers in the Bay Area, and people try to act
Man.
like. But I say this too. It's like when you look at it, you don't really have individuals who are doing like a Pac. Like Pac had the Outlaws. He had Thug Life. He was trying to put people on. When you look at individuals, you know the difference between an individual who, and I like LL Cool J, grew up off LL Cool J, but who can we say L put on?
Okay.
That's a good point.
He did
As
the
long
movie.
as his career, who can we say he put on? Unless he that humble.
And then unless we don't know about it. 'cause
Right, that's what I'm saying. He that humble
Can't really,
and didn't make no money off of him and just threw him an alley-oop.
yeah, you really can't say. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
No, and here's the thing. They always say you can measure a good leader by how many more leaders that he creates, that he grooms. And I understand that you ain't making no man, you ain't creating a man. A better choice of words is how many opportunities did he give? Did he provide?
How
Absolutely.
many people he put in position to win?
Absolutely. Where you're not even tripping, where somebody can do better. And a good example, like Dwayne Wade situation, where you can fall back and be like, bro, it's your time.
It's your time.
We not going to win.
If you don't take over.
Exactly. and you see how it's hindering our growth and development. Like, this really the dude. I didn't have my time. Can you be, and just like we was praising Pac on the vulnerability, that takes a certain amount of humility, vulnerability,
and comfortable with who you are.
comfortable with who you
That's
are,
one thing he was. Very comfortable with who he was.
and your roadmap. It's like, that's just like everything you're talking about me. It's like, bro, I got a roadmap that I didn't turned into a treasure map. I'm not trying to be. That's one of the reasons why I stopped, because it's like they want me to be 94 Mobster.
That's over.
And that's over with, yeah.
And it seems like if you
and
ain't
keeping
talking,
it 100, if I'm honest, like all that stuff, man, you talking to, I was so passionate because I was really hurt. You heard my pain.
and it seems like today, with today's rap, if you ain't talking destruction, they don't want to hear it.
Right.
They don't want to hear it.
And I think some of us is just, you got to have the courage. Like, because when I came back, I started making songs. First of all, I came back way too soon. I didn't have that grit. But then by the time Killer King Reloaded, I had more of that grit, that sound that they was used to. When I first came home, it's like I hadn't been rapping or none of that. I'm in the pen trying to get out.
Yeah.
Ain't no book.
Nah, and I still like, it's therapeutic. You of all people, you know, it's therapeutic.
Yeah.
It's therapeutic to pick that pen up.
See what's come out.
And or sometimes you just get the same way that the ideas, I can tell you, even though I ain't never wrote a movie, the idea came, and after that, you was just off. Song, it's the same thing with a song. A song just come, and you gonna go with it.
You're gonna go with it.
You're gonna go with it. You get in creative mode.
It's just creative, period. You are a creative person.
Absolutely. So you got the movies. You say you still open. You got the books. Family life, man. What's family life right now for you? Where you at in that journey?
That's a good question, man.
I know you got a daughter, and so how many kids do you got?
I got 2 kids, one boy, one girl. My daughter's name is Jayla. She's 16, and my son is Sincere. He's 15.
Okay.
And at this age right now, they need a lot of attention. They need a lot of guidance and oversight. So I've kind of stepped back from being creative and doing stuff just to be there,
to strike a balance.
Strike a balance and just make sure I got
you there for them.
You know what I'm saying? And I got a pretty good grasp on my son. Like, I got my son locked in, right? But I need to strengthen that connection with my daughter. She stayed with her mom a majority of the time. She just now living with me. And there's a lot of resentment that her mom put into her. And I'm fighting through that, trying to, strengthen our bond and strengthen our connection, Me and my son is so locked in, it's like my little homie.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So I got my son locked in. He'll be a 2030 prospect, you know what I'm saying, in football.
Okay.
Right? So he's good money. But I haven't had the same time as with her, and I'm just trying to kind of connect with her. But it's a lot of challenges because she's a girl. I'm not a woman. I can't show her how to be a woman, and so I'm navigating that, and that takes a lot of energy and effort. So,
Absolutely.
And so I've kind of I'm trying to just step away from all my other stuff and just make sure I got a good hold on my daughter, so she know that she loved, she's protected, and I want her to have some self-esteem, so she ain't looking for nobody for attention, or she ain't running to nobody for any type of thing that she not getting at home.
Right. I was thinking that as you was talking, to make sure that there's no voids in
that
your
need to be
relationship
filled.
that she searches outside.
Yep.
To
and
feel that
it's hard.
void.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Her mama did a work on her, on trying to get me and her relationship to be sabotaged.
Yeah.
Me and her mom don't have a good co-parenting relationship, and mom's is, did what she did. So
You know how that go.
you know how that go. You ain't
No,
gotta
and I
get into-
often,
You ain't got to go
I
into
often
detail.
wonder
I know exactly what you're talking about.
why, and I understand it's emotional immaturity and it's small picture, micro thinking. You me, selfish, and sadly, you're willing to sacrifice the kid in the relationship.
Man,
you
cut
don't
off
even,
your nose and make your face mad.
Yeah,
That's
you don't
it.
even realize that that's what you're doing. It's like if you looked at it from a real basic black and white situation, there's no way I can hurt you without hurt. If I'm mad at my baby mama and I want to do something spiteful to you, there's no way I can hurt you without hurting my kid.
Right.
At all.
But I don't see how we just don't get that. Like, there's no way that she can hurt you by not hurting your daughter.
And then you have a history of examples of how that works out.
Right.
This ain't nothing. You ain't the first one trying this.
Right.
This has been done repeatedly over the history of time. So you should know better.
Yeah, and the kid, and here's the thing: the child is gonna grow up, and oftentimes when they discover that you're at the center of the division, and you're at the center of all the bad seeds and stuff and all the false notions and stuff that's been instilled in me about my father or about my mother, they usually turn on you.
Yeah.
You might have got to enjoy when they didn't like you and all that other stuff, and you got to revel in that misery. But when they discover that you was the reason,
That's bad.
Yeah, they gonna be like, you made me hate my dad, or you made me hate my mom all these years. You was feeding me this stuff.
Yep.
You was feeding me this poison.
Of course. Didn't know no better. I was a kid, so I was going with what was told to me, what was poured into me.
Exactly.
So as of now, they really ain't seeing the good.
So
No
tell
matter-
me this: to combat that, what are some of the things that you are doing? Because I know one of the things that was beneficial for me is just giving room for resentment. I know our circumstances is different. I had to give room for you resenting me for being absent for 23 years. And it's still a struggle because and one of the reasons I think it's still a struggle because my daughter was telling me that she said I never looked at you as a human being with his own life. You was a failure as a dad. You weren't there, and that's the way you didn't show up for me is all you were. You was like, I ain't look at other aspects of your life, your upbringing. I didn't look at you as a whole human being. You just was simply a failure as a dad.
So, two parts on that. Like with my dad wasn't in my life, but he is now, and he's present granddaddy, doing a great job being a granddaddy.
That's what's up.
Shout out to
Shout out
Kenny
to Paw
Drisker.
Paw.
Yeah, Paw Paw.
Yeah.
He
Kenny
doing
Drisker.
his Paw
Yeah.
Paw thing, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
And but he got caught up in that crack epidemic and running around Oakland getting high for 15 years and wasn't present. And I always tell him, hey man, I don't hold that against you. When I talk to him, hey daddy, I love you, or hey, here go your grandson, but you could hear the resentment and the hurt in his voice when he talked to us, when he reminisced about not being there for us, or he feel like we might be going through something as a result of him not being there. And
Some of that is regret and remorse.
right,
Got you.
right. And I had to reassure him, hey dad, I don't blame you. That cocaine, that crack was put into this community to do exactly what
he did.
And it was to remove
Destroy
these
the homes.
black men from these houses. They put the coke in the community and then arrested you for it, right? And so I'm not mad at you for that, Dad. And then you here now, you present now, and you doing what you can now. That's all I can ask for. And I try my best to reassure my dad that, yeah, you might have missed out on some stuff, but you still, you got plenty of time to make up, right? But with my daughter, she's younger, so she may not be that healed yet, or she may not be that emotionally intelligent yet.
Yeah.
Like you say, I give her room to resent me, and I'm learning. I don't have the answer all the way for this,
Yeah.
right? But
Me neither.
I just try to be understanding and know that she's been mentally abused. So that anger and that resentment is not her fault, and. So let me just go to Starbucks and just talk. Let's go chat and talk, and the relationship will heal itself as long as
Yeah.
I'm present and keep coming and being sincere and intentional.
Consistent.
It will heal itself, and my baby know I love her. You know, so that's just I gotta undo that, and that's gonna take time.
Yeah.
You know,
It's gonna come around.
it's gonna come
Yeah.
around.
And that's a
Gonna come around
beautiful
and
thing
she
that you
gonna see
know
what's
it's a
going on.
marathon.
Yep, I had a situation like that, and well, I don't say like at the beginning of the year, my daughter called me. Was like, "I apologize, Dad, because I see it wasn't you. Now I know you made mistakes." I told her, "You ain't gotta apologize. I never took it out on you. I knew what was going on.
Yeah.
I knew what was going on. I was gone. I can imagine what you was hearing,
Right.
and you don't know because I'm gone. And now that you see that I've been here, you see
Yeah,
the love that I pour into you in the babies or whoever it may be. So I said, you ain't got to apologize for that. I never hold it against you.
we got an opportunity to be great grandfathers.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And that is, that's not a replacement, but that's damn near as good. You know what I'm saying?
Not at all.
Right now, being a good pawpaw right now,
Yeah.
Pawpaw got some school clothes.
They appreciate that.
Pawpaw come over there and fix something.
They appreciate that.
Pawpaw make sure your car running. You know what I'm saying?
All
Pawpaw
that.
watch these kids while y'all go have fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So man, hey,
And I'm all for it. I love it.
No
Yeah.
question. No
Yeah.
question.
I think the longest. So my granddaughter, she's more Gigi type of.
Okay.
My G really all my grandkids, but my G son, like he the longest. Like my youngest daughter, she'll take off and she'll leave him with me like for a couple of weeks. I think the longest I didn't had any of my grandchildren was like 2 weeks, and we worked it out, man. It'd be cool. We make the most
think
of it.
about it. You can go drop your baby off to your mama or your daddy and get you some rest and get some mental health and catch your breath and get your bearings together. And then your baby's safe and healthy and with their people.
Yeah, shout out Sugar Hill.
Shout out Sugar Hill.
Sugar Hill gang.
Yeah. Shout out to all the pawpaws being good pawpaws, man.
For sure.
All the men still stepping up despite.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. So with that, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? So ain't been no proms yet. Ain't been no snowballs.
No, it's coming.
It's
Yeah,
coming.
it's
probably
you
this year.
prepared for that?
Yeah. Ah, man. And my baby got a big old booty and she light skinned. Oh, man, my daughter beautiful, man.
We did not think you was gonna say that.
God damn,
Hey, buddy,
boy.
he just being 100%.
Man,
He
boy,
know, he looking, he
man,
right there.
I know my daughter
And no,
beautiful.
I asked the question.
Yeah.
And I asked you, how are you mentally preparing? So you unpacking it right here.
So look, check this out. She just recently had a little boyfriend, and I ain't smash on it. I say, let me meet the brother and meet the young man. And I met him, and he was respectful and cool, and he was a good kid, And I had to just be okay. Well, he respectful, he a good kid, and then I let him come over, and they go swimming, and let him hang out. You know what I'm saying? And then I take him home to his mom. But that helped.
So you met the parents?
I met his grandmother, and that helped because she felt like she don't gotta hide who she talking to.
Yeah.
She don't gotta sneak boys around. There is a pathway for her to have a relationship.
I can go to my dad
Gotta
with
tell
this
my dad what's
information,
going on,
and it's good.
And whereas with her mom, she gotta sneak around and be gone and say she over here, but she really over there. So I kind of had to say, well, I'd rather her be open and honest with me and kind of accept some of that when I'm not ready for it versus her not knowing what's going on or who she dealing with,
That's the
And
best
I'll
way to
tell
go
you
about it.
this, and this is a whole nother lane, but one of the things that I learned about going into juvenile hall talking to these young ladies is that when parents are trying to tell them they might go about it the wrong way, that they too young to have a boyfriend, the real thing is that they are too young to be that emotionally invested in another human being.
That's a great way to put it.
No, I'm telling you, when they in there, like, I don't want to share too much. I'll leave it at that. As far as surface, just the fact that you're so concerned about another human being. Where my dude at? What is he doing? This you got
You
your.
too
Do
invested.
you understand? You got your own situation right
Yeah.
here. You need to be worried about your freedom.
Right.
But they consumed, and I'm like, oh wow. See, this is what parents be really putting their foot down, talking about. You too young to have a boyfriend.
Yeah.
You consume with his whole everything, and not even worried about yourself.
And the feeling isn't mutual.
And then
Not at all.
Not knowing you're not even gonna know this nigga in 12 months, in 8 months. You know,
12 days it can change.
so
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a great way to look at that.
Yeah, and so and here's the thing, you hear grown women saying that. I'm really focused on school right now, or I'm really focused on my career right now.
Yeah, all the time.
And it's just that they feel like if I don't pick a man that's going to respect that, he's going to not only demand my full attention, but if I get emotionally caught up, I'm going to succumb to those demands. I'm gonna
You're gonna forget about the school.
exactly. I'm going
forget
to
about
fall
all
victim.
that.
I'm going to fall victim to that because I'm thinking now my emotions are leading me.
Mm-hmm.
And so I get it. I just don't understand how sisters don't. What I would like to see sisters start teaching more from a male perspective. If they I hate undermining. Don't undermine what I teach my granddaughter about men and how men think.
Yeah.
Because a man, he'll come in with his representative. He'll be nice. He'll buy you whatever you want, but he has an ulterior motive, and he's trying to get you. Once he gets you, all that's gonna change. He's gonna throw the representative in the garbage. Oh! You thought I was really like that? Girl, I was trying to get them draws. That's over with. Ain't no more hair and nails done and all that old stuff. Ain't no more calling me to bring you lunch and late night snacks and all that stuff.
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished.
That's how it go.
Yeah. And sadly, if the women in the family undermining that, she already think you hating on the dude.
No question.
And then the women come and they stamp that certified. They stamp you a certified hater and don't recognize that, nah, Paw giving you game. Giving you game. I got your best interest. It's not that I don't want you to ever experience a relationship. I don't want this to be an abusive relationship. I don't want you to get hurt by somebody who isn't even worthy of you.
Or distracted.
Or distracted.
Right now, you're too young to be thinking about any of that.
Exactly.
Let's graduate and get all that out the way.
I told my daughter, I was like, I'm the only one who will give my life for you or kill for you. I'm the only one. There's not nobody here that's gonna take life for you.
Yeah.
There's not nobody here that's gonna get a life but me.
Bottom line.
Yeah.
Nobody loves you that much but me.
Bottom line.
You know what I'm saying? So I'll be trying. She don't get it. She don't understand that. But you know.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, you hope that they understand that there's a responsibility. That's one thing that young people don't understand. Like, who she dates is going to impact you, and she got a brother, and it's going to impact her brother. If she dates somebody abusive, that day might come. You might have to. So your choice in men is not just about you.
That's a good
who
point.
you like. And no, I think all of us make that mistake that
Yeah.
I'm just doing me. I'm just living my life, but you don't understand how it impacts the people who care about you.
Exactly.
That's a good point.
Is he or she is going to be compatible with the fam? What my brother going to think? What my dad, what my mom going to think?
And
into
do you
that
have my
situation?
best interest at
No
heart?
question.
Because I don't want to see, man, I don't want to, like if I know you with a chick and she over here messing with some goons and stuff, I'm concerned. Like, is she gonna try to set my boy up for the okie doke? And then you the type of individual that you is. Like, they not just gonna rob you. It's probably they gonna rob you and finish the job.
Got to.
Because they don't want the blowback. So all of the, and we don't, and women, this conversation we having right now, it's some women looking and saying, oh God.
Yeah, no question.
Like, it's not that serious, and women ain't doing that. Yeah, y'all
They
are
doing it
setting
all the
dudes
time.
up.
They doing it all the time. It depends on what's at stake.
And the quality of woman,
That
I
you dealing
understand
with.
that. Those are boundaries that some of y'all beautiful sisters will not cross.
Yeah.
But
But
that
not-
ain't nothing for some sisters.
Yeah. You
Some
can't speak for all of them. You can
Yeah,
only
some
speak for
sisters
yourself.
will set a cat up and go eat pizza afterwards.
And that's where a lot of people be going wrong at. You think you can speak for the whole women or men species. You can't. You can only speak for yourself and everything that you've been through. How can I say what Jay or Drisker gonna do?
Yeah.
I can only speak for me.
Yeah.
I can't say what I'm going through that you guys will do the same thing.
But
Flip-flop.
those are perspectives.
Yeah.
And most people speak from their personal experience. Just if Drisker sit here and say that he wouldn't sleep with Beyonce, he don't sleep with married women, and we on some man, you lying. Like, that's because you would do
I'm just saying.
it. Yeah.
You can't speak. If he's saying what he's saying, that's his
man.
truth.
So if Beyonce offer you trying to tell me, man, get out of here. You got people like that, but
No question.
But a cat gotta respect it. If those your boundaries,
That's your boundaries.
that's your boundary. If you ain't that type of dude, you ain't that type of dude. But yeah, that's gonna be interesting, man. I salute you, man. I think
sure,
that's
bro.
I think that's big, but I also think that's the right thing to do. Is to be open, but also be balanced and also have some boundaries. That you expect a young man and her to respect. You feel me?
Yep.
Yeah. So you got the family life, man. You got the movies. You bring in exclusive shoes back, possibly, depending on what the measurables are.
And the margins, the
Yeah.
space.
Yeah. What else, man?
What's next?
You know, man, to be honest, I don't
Wasn't
know.
wasn't that in your verse, man? What else?
I don't know, man. I don't know what God got next for me. I feel like I'm in a transition period.
Okay.
I feel like right now, where I'm at, I'm in this transition period, and I'm getting ready to go to a different period, and hopefully for the better. But it just feels, you know, the space that I'm in right now feels not permanent. You know?
No,
Gotcha.
I feel you. I actually
Gotcha.
feel the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, transitioning into some new, and even going back into juvenile hall, I think it's gonna be different for me this time.
Man.
It's gonna be different for me this time, and I feel like this being all of us being able to come get ideas off outside of us into the universe, exposure, you know, everything, and you know, possibly circling back to some, you know, we had our business ideas together,
Yeah.
the three of us.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
We ain't gonna talk about how it went left. Is what it is, and sometimes God shows you even in that, like, what do we do different this time? Yeah,
Well, it wasn't time. Now it's time.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Timing is everything.
Yeah, timing
Absolutely.
is everything.
Timing is everything.
No, and I believe that. I just was talking about that. How can you respect God's will, and can you respect that His plans are better than yours?
You have to,
Yeah.
even if you don't want to.
Some people struggle with that.
Yes, sir. But he will
People struggle
humble
with
you.
it. He will.
They say you want to tell God a joke, tell him your plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the beautiful thing is can you adjust and you see it? Oh, this what you want me doing? So I'm actually passionate about this. Let's do it. Yeah, man. We definitely gonna have to have you back.
Bring you back through
after
here,
we
man.
read the game guide and after
And trivia cards.
Man, I'm gonna
let you know
man,
about
play-
it, baby.
Hey,
Oh,
when y'all
yeah.
play that morning
Yeah.
game, do me a favor and record yourself or whoever y'all playing with.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Record yourself playing that. I need the clips. To
Okay, for
Okay.
sure, big dog.
But you're going to enjoy that game, man. That's going to make you smile, man.
That's what's up, man.
That's what's up, big dog.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate y'all for letting me come here.
Oh man, we
You always
appreciate
welcome,
you
bro.
for pulling up, man.
For taking
Y'all-
the time to come on down
Come
and
on,
deal
man.
with us, bro.
Y'all, you know, I respect y'all sharing y'all platform, and this is dope. I'm a big fan of what y'all doing. I feel like this is just the infancy stages. I feel like y'all on to something with this. You know, I ain't just telling you that. I'm telling you, media content. This is where it's going, and y'all conversations and y'all chemistry is so organic. And I watched the whole Shop Rob and Doo-Wop episode.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel like I got bored at no point.
That's what's
You
up.
know,
Appreciate
it was
you, bro.
entertaining. You know, so I feel like, man, y'all on to something, and I want to see you just elevate this to the highest point, man.
Nah, absolutely,
Anytime,
man.
bring me back.
Absolutely,
You
man.
feel what I'm saying?
You already know, big dog.
Anytime, bring me back.
You already know, big dog.
And for me, it's just I look at all the times that you know, my North Richmond dudes looked out for me when times was ugly. The least I can do is you know, share a little bit of the flavor with them.
Oh man, and I know we finna wrap it up, but
Yeah.
my let me just say this: I'm a Southside kid, but I love some North Richmond niggas, man.
Man,
I'm gonna go
appreciate
ahead.
it, bro.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and say that I don't got
appreciate
no
it, bro.
problems with no North Richmond niggas. And and to say this, I was in Santa Rita County. They was finna jump me. Them Oakland niggas was finna
Yeah.
jump me over the phone. And who came to my rescue? Gregory Holden. You know, I know
Yeah,
you know his
Big
daddy.
Greg, yeah.
You know his son,
Yeah,
Greedy.
your son? Yeah.
Son Greedy
Yeah.
was like, hey, what's going on? You know y'all gonna have to fight him one-on-one now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
nephew.
Y'all ain't gonna
That's
be
nephew.
y'all ain't gonna be able to just jump on him, right?
Nah,
And
shout
he
out
was a
to
North
nephew.
Richmond dude, and he,
Yeah.
you know, just because we was Richmond car, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
every North Richmond cat I met has been cool, man, and been player. And I ain't got nothing to say bad about y'all, man. I hope one day, you know, all that funkin' and
Yeah.
stuff can just be done with it. But
This might be the platform.
Forward. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Appreciate that,
hell
Chris.
yeah.
Appreciate that, big dog.
Absolutely, man. I'm not even gonna tell a Me Too story. I got too many of them. I got several stories
on the next
like that.
show.
Yeah.
On the next show. I'll be
sure.
back.
No question.
Rich views,
Rich views,
Rich
rich perspectives,
perspectives,
rich mentality.
rich mentalities. Come see about us.
Like, subscribe,
And
share.
and follow. Appreciate you.